Homelessness in the U.S. hit a record level this year, jumping by more than 18% and rising even higher among families specifically. Federal officials say the increase was mostly driven by a lack of affordable housing. New York had the second highest number of homeless people, I should say, in the U.S.
Wants to evict the homeless from Washington, D.C. The U.S. president published photos of homeless camps in the Capitol on his Truth Social account, warning they'll need to move out ahead of a major announcement on crime tomorrow. He said on Truth this morning, the homeless have to move out immediately. We'll give you places to stay, but far from the Capitol. The criminals, you don't have to move out. We're going to put you in jail where you belong. It's all going to happen very fast, just like the border, he said.
America has long been seen as the promised land where dreams are built and opportunities await. In every corner, the major cities with their dazzling lights and vibrant pace of life are symbols of prosperity and development. However, behind the bright boulevards and luxurious skyscrapers lies a reality far from imagination. The number of homeless people is rapidly increasing, especially in the largest cities of the country. Yeah, I had Section 8 and I had a home I've been in for almost 6 years now. There should be more people that actually help. It's the worst thing in the world is being homeless while the U.S. economy reports impressive growth. Millions of people are still struggling every day to find a home. So what has sparked this crisis? Widosities that were once symbols of opportunity and success now face such a difficult reality. Today's documentary will help you uncover the truth about the population boom in the 10 largest cities in the United States. Today, make sure to watch until the end so you don't miss any surprises. Let's start with New York City. The city is known by the nickname the Big Apple, with 8.3 million people from 180 different countries. New York is the most populous city in the United States. Not to mention the land is also known as the land of the rich, with thousands of millionaires and hundreds of billionaires. The average salary in New York is also ranked as a dream, with the figure reaching 65. USD, however, New York's reputation seems to be gradually overshadowed by the rapidly increasing level of the homelessness crisis. New York tops the list of the top 10 cities with the largest number of homeless people in the U.S., with over 158,000 homeless individuals, including more than 50,000 children. It is estimated that up to 1/25 of New York's population relies entirely on food bank support. The image of homeless people laying on subway platforms, setting up tents at the foot of skyscrapers, shopping, malls, or sidewalks has become familiar to those living in this city in 2020. To prevent the spread of COVID-19, New York moved thousands of homeless people into hotels. At the peak, there were up to 15,000 hotel rooms, providing shelter for 25,000 homeless people. In one night, one of the main reasons leading to the sharp increase in the number of homeless people is the wave of refugees coming to this state. In addition, the lack of affordable housing rising. Rents and eviction processes are also factors contributing to the situation. Mr. Thomas DiNapoli, New York State Controller, stated, New York has long faced the challenge of housing affordability, and more families have no choice but to end up on these streets or in shelters. According to the law, New York is obligated to provide shelter to anyone in need. However, the rapid increase in the number of homeless people has pushed the city's resources to their limits. The shelters are overcrowded, and efforts to address the issue by setting up temporary tents or converting hotels and office buildings into housing are still insufficient to meet the demand. However, New York still has some bright spots as the rate of homeless individuals without shelter in this city is the lowest in the nation, accounting for only 0.6%. This state also has the highest number of emergency shelter beds in the country, with 127. 500 wealthy billionaires driving shiny luxury cars on the streets, enjoying lavish meals costing up to $25,000, or partying in clubs with prices reaching up to $30,000. However, on those same streets, there are also images of women huddled in a corner with blankets and pillows scattered around, and makeshift shelters set up by the homeless on the sidewalks. The famous Skid Row area in downtown Isa stark reminder of the homelessness issue the city is facing. The long makeshift tents line the sidewalks and temporary. Homes cling to the industrial buildings. Some homeless residents even have to draw electricity from nearby street lights to power their temporary shelters. Although Los Angeles is known as the entertainment capital of the world, the rising cost of living has made it difficult for many residents to find affordable housing. The average rent for a studio apartment has also reached $1,000, $700 per month AIG figure that is too high compared to the income of many people. A story shared in October 2024 has caused a stir in public opinion. Dr. Daniel Merrill, an astronomy lecturer at the University of California, UCLA, one of the most prestigious universities in the world, has been living on the streets because he cannot afford rent, although he earns a salary of $70,000 per year. The high cost of living in Los Angeles forced him to leave his apartment. Currently, he has to stay with friends far from his workplace and has been forced to switch to online teaching. When he requested a salary increase, UCLA refused making his situation increasingly difficult to address the issue of homelessness. In 2023, the city demolished 32 encampments and placed over 21. These 0 people into hotels designated for the homeless. At the same time, the city of Los Angeles also spends more than $1 billion each year on health, mental health, and social welfare programs. The police force is also being reinforced to control crime in homeless areas. San Francisco, a city in California, home to the headquarters of many major corporations such as Wells Fargo and Twitter. However, contrary to the prosperity of the technology industry, this place is facing a severe homelessness crisis. This city currently accounts for nearly 1/3 of the total homeless population in the United States, ranking just behind Los Angeles and New York City. Homeless people are concentrated in areas like Tenderloin, setting up tents on the sidewalks, causing unsanitary conditions and littering. The degradation of the living environment has caused many residents to leave the city as they believe they cannot continue living in a place with so many problems. Part of the reason for the increase in homelessness in San Francisco comes from the highest rental prices in the country. An average one-bedroom apartment rents for over $33,000 per month, making it nearly impossible for low-income individuals to manage, even those with stable jobs. But low salaries are at risk of becoming homeless if they encounter an unexpected financial setback. Currently, homeless people in San Francisco can receive a subsidy of $700 per month, approximately 17 million Vietnamese dong from the government. In addition, there are many housing support centers specifically for them. However, some people still choose to live on the streets because if they enter the center, they will be prohibited from using stimulants. Besides the crisis in San Francisco, California also has another strange location, Slab City, also known as the last free place in America. This area was originally a base for the United States Marine Corps in the 1940s. After being abandoned at the end of World War II, the homeless took advantage of the remaining concrete slabs to build shelters. Slab City is a gathering place for the homeless former military personnel and those who want to live outside. The Lost Slab City has no electricity, clean water, waste disposal system, or any basic services. However, residents here can set up tents and live without paying land rent or housing taxes. The next city on this list is Las Vegas. One of the most famous cities in the United States, Las Vegas is dubbed the city that never sleeps, the entertainment capital of the world, and also the Sin City, famous for its luxurious casinos. Las Vegas attracts millions of tourists each year to try their luck. But the truth is that not everyone in Las Vegas lives in wealth. According to statistics, up to 20% of employed people still cannot afford rent a house, making this city a hotspot for homelessness. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Las Vegas was even considered a hot pot. Due to the extremely difficult living conditions of the homeless, one of the lesser-known dark corners is the underground sewer system beneath the city. These sewers are 2 to 4.5 m, high damp and lacquer, yet they are home to more than 500 homeless people They built makeshift houses from salvaged old items, living cramped together under the underground sewers. Meanwhile, about 1/3 of the houses in Las Vegas are vacant, but the homeless cannot access them. Some people are forced to illegally occupy abandoned houses to have a place to stay in response to the increasing number of homeless people. The city has also implemented strict measures to control the homeless situation, such as those who sleep on the sidewalk or set up tents. On the street will be fined $1,000 US or face 6 months in prison. Some homeless people are arranged to sleep on the concrete floor in white-painted rectangular sections in the parking lot, which covers an area of over 7 square km. Will Las Vegas have any additional solutions in the future to address this situation and improve its image in the eyes of tourists? Music San Diego, famous for its ideal climate and beautiful beaches, is a coastal paradise that attracts many tourists and retirees. However, beneath that attractive facade lies a significant social challenge. San Diego currently has about 264 homeless people, ranking 4th among cities, with the highest number of homeless individuals in the United States in central areas, such as downtown or East Village. Homeless people openly live on sidewalks, in parks, and near major traffic routes. Many makeshift shelters are built from old tarps, scrap cars, and salvaged items. Some people even have to take shelter under the city's drainage system. Others set up makeshift tents along the canyons where they are less noticed but lack safety. In addition, the city's appeal to tourists and retirees has driven up the cost of living, pushing many long-term residents into poverty. In the 2000s, the average price of a house was around $345,000, a price that was affordable for quite a few people. However, by 2021, the average house price had risen to $95,700, nearly 130% higher than the national average, making the dream of home ownership more distant for many people. The situation of homelessness is also increased as a result. Denver, the capital of Colorado, stands out with its stunning natural beauty, as the majestic Rocky Mountains screen a perfect backdrop. However, behind this beautiful scenery lies a significant social issue. Currently, the city has about 4 people without a fixed residence, placing Denver 5th on the list of cities in the U.S. facing this issue. The core of this issue is the housing shortage that Colorado is experiencing. With a shortage of nearly 70,000 apartments, this state ranks 7th nationwide. In housing scarcity, the shortage has driven up rental and property prices, forcing many residents to leave their homes. This not only increases the number of homeless people, but also makes the dream of a stable life seem distant for many. Starting last year, Denver Mayor Mike Johnston launched an initiative called Allen Mile High with the hope of completely addressing the homelessness issue in the city. As part of this plan, Denver has expanded temporary housing options such as hotel rooms, tiny home villages, and shelters. The city is also investing in long-term housing solutions by providing housing vouchers, renting apartments, and enhancing case management services to help residents transition into stable long-term housing. The city is also investing in long-term housing solutions by providing housing vouchers, renting apartments, and enhancing case management services to help residents transition into stable long-term housing. Local nonprofit organizations, volunteers, and city authorities are also joining forces to launch new initiatives, from expanding shelters to building sustainable housing projects. Denver is not only a city of natural beauty, but also a testament to resilience, hope, and relentless efforts in creating a better future for everyone. Facebook, Google, Apple, these tech giants all originated from this area of San Jose. However, there are still dark sides to this city that they don't want to tell you about, especially the issue of homelessness. The homelessness situation in San Jose has become a concerning issue in recent years. According to data from 2023, San Jose has approximately 340 homeless people, ranking 4th among cities with the highest homeless populations in the United States, completely contrasting with the tech mogul living in billion-dual mansions and the wealthy driving luxury cars. The reality is that The homeless wander aimlessly, moving from place to place with no home to return. To this may seem unbelievable, but to buy a normal house in San Jose, you will have to pay over $1 million. This figure is beyond their age of most people. So low-income residents, such as service workers, teachers, and others, are being pushed out of the city or forced to live on these streets to improve living conditions for the homeless. The Bardo Reception Center, the largest shelter in San Jose with 250 beds, has been upgraded to provide more privacy for residents. The improvements include adding dividers between the beds and installing partitions in the camparilla. Additionally, a coalition of community partners has launched the Guaranteed Income Project in Silicon Valley, providing unrestricted cash assistance of $1.00 per month for 2 years to 150 families in Santa Clara County experiencing homelessness or unstable housing, hopefully in the future. San Jose will soon improve this situation, located to the east of San Francisco Bay. Oakland is known for its rich cultural diversity, vibrancy, and lively community. However, behind the bustling neighborhoods and luxurious homes are rows of tents sheltering thousands of homeless people. Each night in recent years, homelessness has become the most urgent issue that Oakland prioritizes. According to statistics from 2023, Oakland has about 10,000 homeless people, a significant increase over the past decade. These people mainly live in tent encampments along sidewalks, parks, vacant lots, old cars, old trucks, and even some live on old boats docked at the harbor. Many spontaneous camps have sprung up, forming small communities, but lacking electricity, clean water, and toilets, raising concerns about environmental hygiene and safety. The cause of this issue partly stems from the average rent prices in Oakland. Accordingly, in 2024, the average rent in this city reached nearly $2,500 per month for a one-bedroom apartment. The increase in rental prices has made it unaffordable for many low-income workers. Although the government has housing programs for low-income individuals, supply does not meet demand. The waiting list to receive assistance can extend for many years. Recently, the Oakland government has built several affordable housing units and cabin communities for the homeless. The city provides rental subsidies to help people at risk of losing their homes. Stay put. Next, let's move to Sacramento, the capital of California, a city famous for its rich cultural history and beautiful natural scenery. Although Sacramento is considered one of the most livable cities in California, it is still not immune to the homelessness crisis. According to statistics, the number of homeless people in Sacramento has now reached nearly 10,000 people. Most of the homeless people in Sacramento are living on the streets or in temporary camps along the American River and other public areas due to the lack of affordable housing and shelter facilities. The reality is that although the Sacramento government has made efforts to invest in programs supporting the homeless, the resources are still insufficient to meet the increasing demand. While the issue of homelessness remains unresolved, the increase in population adds another layer of difficulty, causing local authorities struggle in finding solutions. Phoenix is ranked as one of the must-visit tourist destinations in the U.S., with attractions such as the Desert Botanical Garden and Camelback Mountain as one of the fastest-growing cities in the United States. Phoenix is also facing a homelessness crisis, affecting thousands of people and putting immense pressure on the city's social services system. Behind the picturesque photos lies of Phoenix struggling with economic inequality, rising living costs, and the harsh reality that many people are being forced onto the streets, wandering in search of shelter. The issue of homelessness in major cities of the United States is a complex and serious problem, reflecting deep social inequalities and significant challenges in addressing housing, healthcare, and poverty issues. It is not just limited to the lack of housing, but also represents a humanitarian and social challenge that affects the quality of life and sustainable development of urban areas. Although each city has its own characteristics, the core reasons behind the alarming increase in homelessness include high living costs, a lack of affordable housing, and inadequate support services. Without comprehensive and sustainable solutions, homelessness will continue to pose significant challenges for the future of American cities. To address this, cooperation between local and federal authorities and social organizations is needed, not only to increase the housing supply, but also to provide long-term support services for those living in these difficult circumstances. Such comprehensive solutions will help improve the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, while also promoting stability and development for cities across the United States. Only by implementing comprehensive solutions such as developing affordable housing and expanding support services can these cities move towards a future where everyone has safe and stable housing, thereby building a foundation for the development of the entire community. If you like this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. I'm sure you will love this content next time. If you have any country you want to explore, please leave a comment below to let us know. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.